right. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode. I'm your host, Witch Doctor. Today, special guest, visual priestess, modern day alchemist, and one of the sisters of frustration. Everybody, please welcome Occult Examiner.
Yay. Hello, everyone.
I timed it just right. There we go.
Yes, you did. Right. And this is my beautiful mother-in-law and co-host of my show, Sherry.
Everybody say hey to Sherry.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah.
Good morning, Miss Sherry. So how it normally works, as everybody knows, when somebody goes live, the people start slowly building up that first few minutes and whatnot. But to keep the people rewatching this later, to keep them entertained, let's go ahead and jump into it. A lot of people might know who you are. A lot of people might not know who you are. And today we're doing an interview. We're going to talk a little bit about how you became the Occult Examiner. So to start things off from scratch, where are you from?
Southern Appalachia and the foothills.
Southern
East
Appalachia
Tennessee.
and the foothills. Tennessee. That's where you were born?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay.
In the foothills, yeah.
We're Southern women.
Yeah, I've been able to trace my heritage around this area back into the 1500s.
Oh, really?
Very interesting stuff. Oh, yeah. I love it. I love genealogy.
A little bit from South Carolina. So close, I think we...
Looks like a Cyrus to me, yo.
Yeah, South Carolina. So like the population's very similar, around South Carolina, the same, same traditions and customs and values and stuff. I was surrounded by a lot of church in South Carolina. Is it like that?
You will be.
Are there any Pentecostal churches around there?
There's every kind of anything you could want around here.
Anything.
I mean, we got Mennonites about 30 miles up the road. Okay.
Okay. I lived in a town where there was a ton of Mennonites coming to the restaurant I worked at once. And I was just like, are they Amish? What are they? I don't understand. Dude, what's the general overview of their customs? Do you know much about it?
No, I dare not venture. I ask too many questions that can often get me in trouble. So
no, I
just try to stay out of trouble these days.
All right, so Occult Examiner. So when I first saw the channel, I was seeing a lot of, I don't know how to put what we all talk about into a category because it all varies a little bit, but I saw a lot of zodiac type stuff, and forgive me if I use the amateur words for this and stuff. So horoscope, zodiac type stuff. I saw Vedic stuff. I saw like witch talk conversations about different kinds of witchcraft, maybe. But how did you? So growing up, did you go to church, or did you not go to church?
Yes.
How was it like in the family?
Yes. Well, my mother is so funny. My mother wouldn't go for the longest time, and so she let my grandmother take me. And then my grandmother, one of my earliest memories of church is my grandmother being mad as a hornet when she dropped me off at my mom's, and she said, I'm never going back to that church because they said if you have an extra car, you sell it and you give the money to the church. If you have boats, stocks, bonds, etc., sell it, give your money to the church.
All of it.
And that church to this day is one of the largest churches in the town. And I learned real quick not to trust the church. I learned early. I was a quick study. And then I started, getting into the Bible as I got older. And I'm like, and then you go to school, you learn about dinosaurs. It's like, where's the fucking dinosaurs in the Bible? Because they teach the Bible started right at like the earth started right here. Right. So I'm like, but where's the fucking dinosaurs, y'all? As a kid, and that just led to more questions. Where are the other gods? Why is there only one? I come from my mother, but all humanity come from a male god. What's going on here, right? Yeah. And then in 1999, I was a manager at a restaurant, and we had hired this gorgeous, bodacious redhead. And one night she had her hair up, and I noticed that she had a pinnacle tattooed on the back of her neck. And I
Right.
said, and that hit my brain, because for ever since elementary school, I had always drawn a star. You know how some kids will doodle like one certain thing, like each generation has their own doodle. It's really weird, right? It's almost CIA. Okay. I doodled the star. So that showing up on the back of her neck, I wanted to know what was that about. And she told me she was Wiccan, and she handed me a VHS of Ray Buckland, Witchcraft Yesterday and Today, which a few years ago I sold for a couple of $100 because it's that obscure. But I had it, for over 20 years.
Ray Buckland.
Yeah. And as soon as I learned that, what got me was the roots and the herbs. What got me were the code names. Yeah, there's the mystery, right? That intrigued me because he was talking about, all the different names for one herb. And I'm like, whoa, my mom was blown. And then I slowly learned that, okay, witches are not like what Disney says they are. There's something to this, the history to this. There's huge mystery to this,
Right.
So ever since 1999, I've just been deeply intrigued by what the fuck is going on.
Right.
Hey, that's my name.
Right. It's like, this didn't make sense. It sounds kind of similar to my upbringing. We didn't go to church every Sunday, but whenever we were visiting grandparents and stuff for holidays, we would sometimes jump in the car, put on khakis and a belt, all the things, and go to church. But we were never really that kind of family. I mean, when you go to church all the time, I think you start building more of like a nicer clothes wardrobe and stuff. And we just weren't the kind of family to spend money on that. So it's kind of like, nah, we're good. But my parents, I guess.
Yeah, you got to keep up with the Joneses is what they call it around here.
Yeah, well, I know
keeping up with the Joneses, and I'm just like, ugh.
I think we've all see a church every mile, probably everywhere we are, like every town in America.
I know. And then I find out, like, these grottos, like, why are churches built on hills and they have these grottos? And going into genealogy, I learned that I'm a descendant of Benjamin Franklin's brother, a direct descendant of Benjamin Franklin's brother. And then I find the connections with the Hellfire Club and the grottos. And listening to my grandmother and my grandfather, who were Masons and Eastern Star, talk about so many things, like where conspiracies that end up turning out to be truths. All of this really just sounds, it's like second nature to me, honestly.
You've been entertaining that for a while. Like, some people, it hits them later in life. Some people, they're so trusting in a lot of things. There might be, the ignorance is bliss concept. There might be something to that. Their parents might have been like, look, they're going to be too dumb while they're kind of getting grown to make their own decisions. If we don't kind of eliminate too much influence, then they might not like their life a lot or something like that. I don't know. And so I guess religion's a way to kind of ground, I guess, maybe a family a little bit, because it's every Sunday they go to church or they're involved with it. And at least they're trying to avoid different gateway hobbies or opportunities. You probably don't see the pastor talking about smoking pot too much, obviously. It's not really
here's the thing is, the more you try to keep people from stuff, especially information, the more they're going to go after it and dig for it, especially people that are intuitively led.
We got a question here. Wicca was started by an English guy trying to bring back English Druidism. Maybe. I don't know.
It goes really far back. And but I know Gerald Gardner was the one that really, really popularized it. I have been invited to join the Gardnerian tradition, the Alexandrian tradition. I helped start several covens. I also helped start a couple of traditions. So, honestly, I'm finding out it's really it's a popularity contest. Which version of the story is the most popular?
Yeah.
And then it just becomes like an amalgamation of everything that come before it.
I'm obsessed with religion. It's funny because people are like, well, what religion are you? I'm like, none. And they're like, what the hell are you studying all this stuff for?
Why
I'm like,
can't none and all at the same time?
Yeah, you just want to know more than the guys that keep preaching it, you know, or whatever. Like I made the mistake one time of asking
why
house, you know, like the door knockers.
Why be evangelical?
Say what?
Why be evangelical?
Oh, right.
Why?
Right.
About anything, right? About anything. Like, why does your way have to be better than my way? Am I hurting you or are you hurting me? If we're not hurting each other, let's leave each other alone. Right?
Yeah, I can agree. I'm probably not the best at that sometimes. I probably don't see when people are like, I'm always trying to motivate these young guys to like, step up and be dudes and, provide for the families and stuff like that, but still maintaining, I have like a religious libertarianism almost where it's like, still need to do what you need to do so you can have a cool life or some cool shit like an Xbox, or whatever. And your kids won't be so, whatever. And I've always helped try to build people up. And I feel like, some religions sort of do that, but I just felt good doing it to other people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like I want to constantly show people that you don't need a religion to not be a piece of shit, and you can still study all this stuff.
You don't.
Like, weird.
No, you don't. If you have to have some overlorded energy in order to be a good person and not be harmful to others, then where is your sense of self, right? That is where you maybe lack some discernment and self-worth. And that was my major problem with organized religion is they preach and they teach power over instead of power within, because they want you constantly looking for the outside source of feeling whole, feeling complete, feeling connected to divine. And there's some people, let's say atheists, atheists aren't bad people.
No, I was
atheists are not bad people. I have a problem with atheists when atheists get evangelical about being atheists,
Yeah. 7th grade argument, Oh, how did you live in a fish? It's crazy. They just want to argue with people on the playground or whatever. I did that crap.
Right.
I'm smarter than
It's
them.
like me and Sherry go on about pissing contests all the time. It's just
it's disgusting.
Yeah. I think that's everywhere
We're
too.
sorry.
Like different things that I've been into in the past. I feel like it just goes everywhere. Everybody kind of has that pissing contest thing. I used to be in the bodybuilding world, man. Those guys, they get really, really like, oh man.
I can't imagine.
I can't either.
Oh, they're all steroided up, so like they can't control it, Oh, it's so funny. But that's why I got kind of out of that world a little bit, because even though I'm doing a show in May, but I just wanted to take a break from that. And that was some of the stuff that kind of looking into not the occult, but sort of just like the anthropology behind the religions led me to all these, and I'll just say the term to be fun, all the drugs. And I was like, oh man, this is cool as shit. Like everything my mom was talking about growing up, being an anthropology person, I wasn't listening back then. She's an anthropology major, so we had like plants of the gods.
We don't listen to our parents like that.
Like we literally had like a plants of the gods book just chilling on the coffee table my entire life. Just DMT, all kinds of drugs in there, just right over my head. And it all kind of started making more sense when I learned about it. And, I've had a couple of experiences and stuff that were really cool. And it kind of changed being atheist. I was like, well, there's some kind of energy out there. And I saw a lady when I was having this big, it's like 5 grams of penis envy in my in my shower.
Yeah.
Or not my shower, bathroom. And I had the shower on and I had a fan in there. And it was like a sensory deprivation chamber. And it was completely black. And I took like 5 grams of these insanely potent like penis envy. And I was like, let's see what it does. Just freaking go. And I saw a like a Latin American / African looking snake goddess. I mean, she looked like a, you know, human-esque here, but she had snakes kind of coming, you know. And I was like, oh shit, I forgot all about you. I had the deja vu. And I was like, oh, I've been here before. I just completely forgot. And that deja vu feeling was like, boom, and they just knocked the atheism right the hell out of me. And even though some people will still argue that those visuals and stuff are just what your brain manifests, that would be true if the freaking girl didn't go and talk to my buddies when they had the experience after I freaking would grow them and get them to other veterans with PTSD. So that was the thing I was doing, was once I had been brought into the ministry, if you will, and I had a Navy guy bring me a shit ton of them. When I did security for the RNC, oh my God, I was running the security team for a freaking political establishment. And here is my freaking dude, my night shift guy, comes in with a Dixie cup full of mushrooms. He's like, here you go. You were asking about it, and I know you'd researched them, so you're fine. And I was like, what? And so like the next day, I'm like, I go and get food. I get like grapes and like lemon pound cake from the store. I like want all this sweet shit. And I watched the movie The Pick of Destiny. And it was so funny watching the movie. I'd seen a few times. Yeah, Jack Black. I don't like his movies just normally that much, but on those, Year One is the best movie to watch for someone's first time.
Yeah, it is good.
Year One, and he eats the magic fruit, and in the beginning, and it all will click for whoever's doing the experience. It's just like, oh, I get it now. All the religions were made off of this shit. It just all was piggybacking stories from their experiences.
So does it allow our pre-conditioned, our pre-socially molded constructs of reality fade and we see things as they really are? Or are we allowed to actually go, you know, just ourselves? You see what I'm saying? To another plane or realm? Or is that realm here and not here? Yeah.
Right. And that's what that's why I wanted to do a bunch more of them. So it was probably around right before Christmas time in like 2021. And then I was still in DC till like February. And so what I did was I started making tons of bins of them. I started getting the spores and just knocking up tons of grain bags and making a shit ton of them. And I had like 3 of them growing in my washing machine room or my laundry room. Had those pop. The first one that grew was like this. It was insane. The first one was just like
a penis envy. You had a penis envy that? Wow.
Yeah, I got other buddies that are still doing that.
Envy. Yeah, it is amazing. That was mine and EDM 7-hour session, and I tell his mom all the time, the reason we're still together is because we've done psychedelics together.
I 100% that is a comparative thing, because y'all both dissolve your ego some, and then you can love each other harder again. You know, like I'm
telling you, we have now, not on penis envy, on something else, we have had a union where I'm in his lap and we have created the Merkaba of light. It is possible. We have done it.
Hell yeah. So tell me, when did you start the YouTube thing? What made you want to do YouTube in particular?
Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
'Cause
Okay. Well,
it takes a little more than just doing an Instagram to do a YouTube. Like YouTube's a whole nother
mhm,
escalation from
mhm.
a Facebook or a YouTube or an Instagram,
Right.
sorry,
I had
or
never
a Twitter.
really been a content creator, right? I was kind of maneuvered into that. Well, I had been drawn into it because during 2020, there was a lot of things I was told, and one of them was I was to bear witness, and there was a lot of things I was shown, and I think that it really triggered a lot of people and woke a lot of people up to things that were truly going on in the world. And then I got introduced to this woman named Melanie who said she was running a private membership association. She knew a lot of stuff. She showed me a lot of stuff. She was also molding me, right?
Right,
And she tried to she taught me a lot as narcissistic and controlling as she was. She also taught me a lot. But she got me into it, but I had really never done anything really with it until I had met Snappy. But
okay,
that's for later. That's for later. But um, once Melanie turned me on to Filmora and I started working with it, I was hands on. I trained myself. I watched a lot of how to videos. And since it's like third generation, I've been working with Filmora, and now I think it's on 16th or 17th generation. I'm not sure. Since 2022, I've been working with it and gradually learning and trying to incorporate um, like really good visuals, really good colors that pop. A lot of my stuff, of course, is inspired by my drug experiences and
right.
a lot of things I've seen, and a lot of things that I'm shown. And she'll tell you, I am very led to down rabbit holes that show great things. Like if
Hmm.
I want to know something, I
Mhm.
am led and I am shown. I am protected that way. I'm greatly protected.
Sorry, let me put this up here. What's it say? Alexicacus is protection. I don't even know what that is. I'll be honest.
Alexa is
Yeah.
protection. I don't know what that is.
So
Hmm.
when you started the YouTube channel, what was your first video? Like what was the first, like I did a
Oh
PowerPoint
gosh.
presentation, kind of like, well, actually, I'm lying. I put 4 songs up, 4 AI
Huh.
songs that were a parody style, like Monty Python style.
Oh, okay. So, and I had to get EDM to help me remember. I think it was the sign off of the 1960 broadcast. Hang on.
Yeah, I'm listening for the baby. I'm like, he's
Um,
not. My wife's got him.
it was a sign off in the 1960s. Every night they had a sign off. They did the Star Spangled Banner. No, was it the Star Spangled Banner? Okay. And across it, they were giving you the words and they were making you watch the words. Well, if you
Mhm.
slow it down, you can see where it's telling you God, the government is God, spin, 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 consume, consume. So I think that was probably my first video was showing people how we've been brainwashed.
Okay, got you.
Like in things like in the cartoon Beetlejuice, there was one thing that stuck with me, Shop Till You Freak at the Spooky Boutique, and it shows people with the spiraling eyes.
Mhm.
I got a strike for that, but I still left it up. I didn't care.
Really?
I'm like, "We're brainwashed,
Oh, a
everybody!"
copyright strike? Yeah. So
Yeah.
I had a 4 AI songs, which so I wrote the book Witch Doctor Christianity, which is the Christian anthropology book. And after the 145,000 words, which I say it every damn time, I sound like Brian from Family Guy with the oh yeah, my book that I'm almost done with. But I've written a bunch, I've just never published anything. And so I wanted to find a way to try to get like people to actually buy the shit. You know, my dad's an author. He's got like 20 freaking books, you know? But I mean, and this is no offense to him, but nobody buys the books because nobody knows who the hell he is. He's in the security world. So like people can't even know who he is. Like he does international, he's like James Bond, you know? So like he, you know, it's like you have to just hope people just stumble upon it. But ironically, he did name one of his books before the Left Behind series. His first book was called The Tribulation Cycle. Now there was the Tribulation Force, which came out with the Left Behind series later. And maybe he had a couple of false purchases of people looking for that other book, and maybe people bought his. But you know, I saw some of his royalty checks, and I'm thinking he got a couple quarters, maybe $11, you know. And so there's no real money in it unless people are following you, which is like why Dr. Carrier, I brought him on. He's got a few books. Well, no one's gonna buy it unless you go and do stuff. Like you got to get on people's YouTube and talk to Bill and Ted.
Right. And like, he's an atheist, right? And when I seen the book, what is it, Space Jesus or something? I was like, is he Mormon?
Yeah, he was actually so cool.
I thought he was Mormon.
He like knows all this badass like combat arms systems for like Coast Guard ships and stuff. Like he was in the Coast Guard, and then he went and got his degrees and stuff. And I was just picking his brain on the historical accuracy of the theme of one of the books that I'm writing now, which is a Roman soldier book. And he gets raised by his dad's a gladiator instructor in Capua. And he ends up joining the army when he's older, and then he ends up meeting Jesus. You'll see, it'll be released, and this will actually release because the Witch Doctor Anthropology, that book needs so many pictures that it's going to take me a decade to finish this encyclopedia of Christian anthropology. It's really going to take forever. Kind of like Plants of the Gods.
No, you just need good research assistants.
Yeah. If I had someone doing this behind the scenes, because I run a security team and stuff, and I'm in school full time, and I'm still managing to write this damn book.
And you're trying to work in your divine masculine. I see you holding the babies. I see you taking part. I see you being present. That's very, very noble of you. Being in divine masculine is probably the most noble thing a man can do in this day and age right now.
Well, women deserve a guy who will just be a man, right? And nowadays, just because of, you know, popular culture, which is what I just got done with this particular course on it, it's just kind of, it's softened people a little bit. And because of that, we got all these crybabies and stuff. And it's like, so I'm kind of, I call myself the Gnostic alpha male universe as a joke, like the alpha male douchebags on YouTube that are like, you need to be in shape. You need to be shredded, and you need to be doing this, and they're all high on cocaine. So it's like such a contradiction anyway. So I'm kind of like making fun of myself, saying that that's what I'm doing, but I'm just worried about the guys. Women take care of the women, you know.
Exactly. We got this, y'all. We got this. Y'all just heal.
And you gotta know how to work with females for that. If you're trying to do the family thing with the kids and everything, you got to learn how to fit in that role. You got to melt your ego a little bit and stop thinking that you're the most important thing in the world, and not to like worship women, but kind of like they push babies out of them for you.
So I did it naturally with nothing for pain. Okay. I was lucky. I was very lucky. I only had 10 hours of hard labor and 3 hours of delivery. I was almost to the point where they were going to take me to the hospital. And I said, I'm dying. Like literally, it is the closest a woman will ever know of death. Okay, ever. That whole 3 days of dying and rising, I swear, is childbirth related. Somehow.
People release DMT sometimes too. I mean, sometimes women have a crazy, awesome experience, and they're like, "Oh, what the hell?"
I fell asleep during, minimal contractions. I passed out. I was that worn out. I was in another realm. I was in another realm. We do. We have to.
Yeah, you have to.
We have to. I mean, okay, you want like I've asked guys, could you just do the period simulators for me? And they're like, no way.
Yeah.
I
And these guys
shan't
are like,
not.
they're like, my boss. Oh my God.
Now I wouldn't ask them to put it on their balls.
I bet they
but
let them go to the bathroom more than
No,
they would
because
us.
of the tension, it causes them to yank inside because of the pain. So it's like,
oh, yeah.
I put them there
Yeah.
before. Oh my God. Craziness though.
Yeah.
So you did a video
That-
on breaking down other videos and showing symbolisms hidden in stuff.
Oh yeah.
That was the first
Yeah.
video. And then what direction
Right.
did it go? Did you start interviewing people, or was it
Okay,
live?
after that, no, I got into a lot of law groups, and for a year I studied the truth of law and I had no idea how deep the occult was embedded in law. Oh my God.
Occult
And then I
Examiner.
learned,
Law.
huh?
I said
What'd you
Occult
say?
Examiner, attorney at Gnostic Law.
Right,
I'm
occulted
making
law.
you a business
Exactly.
card. I am
Like
totally making you a
everybody,
business. I'm joking.
everybody needs a Black's Law dictionary. Like for real though, you do.
Black's
If
Law
you're in
Dictionary.
America,
I don't think I've heard of that.
Black's Law Dictionary. Yes. That is the highest degree of double speak you could find, or that I've been able to find.
Okay.
Proof of, because the
Okay.
words in the court are completely different, or I wouldn't say completely different. They are very different and carry different meanings than what we are normally taught and use on a day-to-day basis. So
I'm gonna have to
Black's
order
Law
that now.
Dictionary. Yes, sir.
Here we go.
Oh,
Here we go. Here it is. I've got the 5th edition
Oh, okay.
of
Hell
it.
yeah.
Thank you.
My
So
last name's
yeah, so
Jack, so I'm interested in that
yeah.
now.
Yes, I bet you'll love it. So during these law things and learning these occulted things, I learned that there are patents, questionable patents, that have been around since the 50s that are connected to machines and broadcast systems. And I dug into that and I did a video exposing that because I wanted to know what the hell was going on with humanity.
The
What was the
frequencies.
degradation? Yes, the
Frequencies.
frequencies and
Okay,
the
I've seen a little
patents,
bit of
like the
this.
US patents. Yes.
Yes. I haven't seen a
Frequencies
ton of
and
these.
patents.
They've mentioned it in other cool videos I've seen, but I never really dove into it very deep. So that was kind of the direction you went.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got
I
you.
was like, this is insane. We've got this book called Pixels. I think I forgot who it was by. God, it's been 2 or 3 years since I've even looked at it. But he explains like through pixelations, right? And then I learned David Bowie come out like in the 80s about the black boxes, right? So my brain's making all these connections, right? In the 60s, the sign off, the visuals that are like fucking with our brains, and then the patents that are well hidden and still not really talked about to this day, and
Right.
all that stuff. Like, why is humanity so fucked? Because I was kind of born knowing that humanity shouldn't be this fucked, and I don't know why.
I agree. If people aren't as nice as like me, if that makes sense, if that phrase makes sense, you know, people aren't as nice as I am. And I was pretty naive, even when I thought I knew a lot, and even when I knew a lot, I still was naive in little areas. Like I got ripped off for $500 once from some freaking douchebag. You know what I mean? Like I didn't see that coming, but I should have. You know, like I've been naive and stuff, but I do think that I've seen similar videos to what you're talking about, where they've talked about there's patents on different frequency machines or different concepts, sort of MK Ultra-esque feeling vibes here, where they try to control masses with the type of frequency that they're using and how it registers and how your brain gets addicted to the frequency and having it come through the ears, and how your brain gets so addicted to it, and then anything they say you think is fact. and it just
Right.
how you mold, kind of like Noam Chomsky talks about how democracy's failed because everybody just watches TV. So they're just going to listen
Right.
to
Well, and then
or they like this person, you know.
yeah, and those people become their leaders and influencers of old. And then I just learned 2 months ago, 3 months ago about blue light toxicity and how
I bet
blue
it's
light
horrible.
toxicity, well, it affects how we reason. It affects how we see truth. My mind was fucking blown. I was like, this is why I can talk till I'm blue in the face that the sky is blue, and then there's certain people that will still tell me it's green. I know they have blue light toxicity.
Okay.
They won't
Interesting.
accept truth if it's in their face, right?
Right. Yeah.
And then,
Huh.
if you try to argue, well, truth is subjective
Right.
or truth is objective, or, and
Their own
I've
version of
I've just
reality.
exactly. I've just tried to accept the fact that I have been divinely led and put on this earth to try to figure out what the fuck has happened with humanity. And I make these connections and I see all these things. And when I talk about them, somehow they seem to make sense to other people.
Right. And then that gives you the slight motivation to keep doing the shit, because once you put yourself out there on a YouTube, oh man, here come the trolls just firing away with their shit.
Right.
It's like,
Right.
you want to do a good job and you want to try to keep your reputation and everything as clean as possible and not offend everybody. And it's like everything offends someone. And it's easy to want to just be like, you know what? I don't want to do all this. I was all having fun, and then now everyone's all butthurt and stuff, or pretending to be at least. So I ended up taking 2 months off. Did you ever like take a break from YouTube for a while?
Yes, I did. Yes, I was given information that, I'm sure we can do a whole show on, that led up to a lot of things, or a little over a year ago. I was told if I was given this information, I was not to talk about anything again. I wasn't going to, but people call and they beckon, and I'm naive and extremely trusting. So if somebody says, I need help, I end up helping.
Yeah, that's
And
how I
I
am.
get in a lot of trouble. I get in a lot of trouble for helping people.
Yeah,
But
I
that's
feel like
okay.
some people
That's
don't
okay.
quite understand I guess the religion with no name of just whenever you're in the position to help people, I'll do it. But if I'm ever on my ass, I'm not, because I'll get myself back together first again, or at least try to. But I don't know. Even sometimes when I've been broke as crap or whatever, or transitioning in life to different phases of whatever, I think I'm still trying to help people all the time.
Yeah.
And people sort of take advantage of that. I don't know if everybody thinks that's the
Mhm.
best way to be. It's a little too out there, and big
Mhm. I
personalities and
have
stuff.
been. Mhm. Well,
So
I've learned that too. Narcissists prey on strong, secure people.
oh
Strong,
really?
secure people.
Not like
Yeah,
weak.
apparently strong, secure people that are empathetic and outgoing, they often want to help other people.
Oh,
They
they're
want
so
to
they'll help the
believe other
narcissist.
people.
Yeah.
Yes, so here
Okay. So
comes
they
the
become the
narcissist.
little bit to the
Right.
narcissist.
Here comes the narcissist. And if you're already traumatized, you're much more easier to control.
Yeah, I
That's
think
why
so.
people cult hop. They cult hop.
Cult hot. Okay.
You
Oh,
know, that,
this group of people, and then this group of people, then
right.
yeah,
Because people that are traumatized through these activities, you leave and you feel this sense of alienation and loneliness, emptiness. Like people, they'll leave one church and go to another, or they'll leave one
right.
religion and go to another. It's
Hmm.
just cults, right? Leave one company, go work for another. It's all cults.
I'm a
Yeah.
Muslim now. Like, okay.
That's
Like some
what works.
soldier reads the Quran on CQ, and he tries to wear one of them hats the next day. And I had this, he thought he'd become Muslim overnight, right? And so he wants to go to the thing wearing the local bullshit in Afghanistan. This is my friend telling me the story. And he was like, take that thing off your head. They are not going to consider you Muslim at all. You are carrying a rifle in your hands, bro, for the United States Army. Do not,
Right.
you're not fooling nobody, or they think you're an idiot. They literally think you're a moron for
Yeah.
just choosing the sort of opposing energy here to be your religion that you just replaced with, like, almost like you just took it off the shelf and you put Islam right back into where that shelf was. And I think
Right,
people do.
right. Exactly.
Let's see. So
I don't
now,
understand it.
how long have you had the channel now? How
I
many
think I
years?
started in 2022, 2021 or 2022. Yeah. I
Okay.
took a couple of breaks and I switch up things. I've never changed my name, but I've switched up my logo. I'm ever changing. I mean, I know they say once you choose a logo, just that's you. No, it's not. I
I'll
am
change
not my
mine.
logo. If I want to change it, I'm going to change it. If I want to change my intro and my outro, I've had a lot of co-hosts come and go. For some, it just wasn't moving enough fast enough for them. For others, I
Right.
couldn't pay them enough. For others, they just lost interest. But there's a lot of them I'm still in contact with. But this morning's show really started from me and Sherry just talking and bullshitting. And I
Right.
said, this is really good content. We really should, take it to the channel because, we are it's like we're exploring and learning all this stuff together. As we're
Right.
going through these books and these old texts and I'm making these connections, it's really a lot of fun to watch her reaction as,
Yeah.
showing her stuff and everything. And watching her grow has been amazing.
It's been
I'm helping her get healthy. I've
Yeah.
helped her get off gluten. We're weaning off the
Oh, nice.
sugars. We're learning about parasites.
It's
Yeah.
definitely changed, Hey, real quick, how do y'all feel about a 3-minute bathroom break and then we come back? I'm going to play a song while we take a quick bathroom break.
Okay.
Is that good?
Okay.
All
That's
right.
good. I'll take a smoke break.
Cool. All right, guys, bear with me here.
Through the veils of time, I saw the truth shine. Oh, I saw the truth in my eyes. A burning purple flame, igniting this heart of mine. Yes, igniting my burning. Desire rising high like a star in the night. Shoot like a star inside me. I came for Jesus, the source of all light. I came for Jesus, and he came for me. I came for Jesus, my soul in his embrace. I came hard for Jesus. Release the demons, let his love fill my space. Release my demons. Drunk from your cup, oh, the life juice divine. Drunk from your life cup. Magic wands of eternity, let your earthy spirit inside. Magic wand inside me. Snake wraps of love curling around my soul. Oh, love trickles in my veins. With every breath I take, I feel you harder in my soul. You make me gaped and whole. Answer me, dear Savior, let your eternal life juices flow. Enter me hard, Lord, my soul inside yours. Oh, how love will grow, my soul so hard. I came for Jesus, my soul in his embrace. I came for Jesus. Release the demons, let his love fill the space. Release my demons. Drunk from your cup, oh, the life juice divine. Drunk from your cup, drunk from your cup. Magic wands of eternity, let your spirit intertwine. Unplug inside of me. Oh, the burning purple lights the path ahead. Burning purple lights my eyes. Every fear released in your love, I'm led. Every ounce released in the dance of grace, where my heart is free. I came for Jesus, come and dance with me. I came for Jesus, my soul in his embrace. I came for Jesus. Release the demons, let his love fill this space. Release my semen. Drunk from your cup, oh, the life juice divine. Drunk from your cup, drunk from your cup. Magic wands of eternity, let your spirit intertwine. Through the veils of time, I saw the truth shine. Oh, I saw the truth shine. I came for Jesus, he's my heart's desire. Aim hard for Jesus. With every beat, I know that I am here. Oh, I am here.
Oh, I am here.
In the foggy night, they watch for Jesus, guarding the secrets of the mysteries, sneaking into our hearts and into the garden, penetrating my love. Oh, can't you feel me? Give it to me, Jesus. His cloth around my naked soul removes the pain. Oh, how he feels this hollow hole. In the garden, my passion flows out. Oh, how it grows out. I feel them up, he feels me too. With love so true. In the garden, our hearts entwine. With every kiss, our souls align.
Boom. Welcome back, everybody. We just had a slight intermission. Thank you for enjoying the music. So we're back with the Occult Examiner.
Yeah.
Master of the dark arts.
Yeah, I'm also, speaking of art, I'm also an artiste. This is probably one of my best pieces.
Is that Lilith, or is that just your own?
That's me. That's me.
Cool.
That segment.
Nice.
That's every woman to ever be angry.
Oh, I like it. Looks cool.
Look at the details. That detail.
Is that like a container? Yes. Okay.
Yeah, it's like poured out wines. Yes.
Right.
You know this little segment? Yeah, that's the one that's always come to me in my dreams, in my visions.
Yeah.
Segment.
I saw a girl. And, you know, I had these guys from a church, older guys, and I never really do this. I try not to get into it. People outside of gas stations trying to give away pamphlets. It's usually some guy that just got out of prison and he's just trying to, you know, help the church out, give them a little job and stuff. And I'm like, have you ever read any of the stuff? Like, have you ever like looked into like some of the different concepts? He's like, no. I'm like, whatever, you know, I shouldn't do that. But one day I had these older gentlemen come in and I brought them inside and showed them my books. Oh man, they started shaking the Bible in my face. Like, you're going to go to hell and all this stuff. And I was like, oh God. I was just like, I tried to tell them that I saw a female God. You know, and then I asked them like, well, why would a guy birth anything? And then they were just like, just stupid, cheap questions. Just stump them in there. They don't want anyone to question what they're saying. They just want you to show up and behave and give them your freaking money.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my God.
That's why I get in trouble.
For saying that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I get in trouble. I get in trouble so much. Well, I interrupt because I have unmedicated ADHD. So if I don't blurt it out, I'll forget. So forgive me. But I ask a lot of questions, and guys, misogynistic dudes don't like to be questioned. And I'm like, if you're secure in who you are, whoever you are, male, female, or, you know, everything in between, you should not mind questions.
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you? It's like, you know, if you got nothing to hide, and you're being true. I mean, I tell people I'm an amateur at this, even though I probably have more years of researching this than a lot of people giving me shit. It's like, you know, I know how long this has been going on for myself, and people are so quick to make up some fake pedigree about how much they would have known from some upbringing in this. And it's like, no, you didn't. No, you fucking did not. When you were playing Star Fox in 6th grade, your mom was not talking about Banisteriopsis capi. No fucking way in hell. And they hate it when you're right. Like, if you make a claim without actually having the proof, but you're right and it's believable and people don't like that. That happened to me recently. I criticized somebody for narcotic use and, you know, some of the things that he does in his personal life and stuff. And people come up in arms, and it's like, what are you protecting? Is this like a role model for you or something? Like, you're crazy. If this guy is a role model to you, you're a crackhead. Like, this, are you kidding me? Like, the kind of people that are being defended in that sphere and stuff, you know. And meanwhile, these channels that are trying to be serious, even like myself, we're bringing on all the right people. We're trying to do all the right things. We're trying to get the voice of everybody. And you said one time when I first followed your channel, like a year ago, maybe even before that, I think I followed you before, like maybe before Gnostic Informant. I don't even know. And he's been on the show a few times. I can't remember. It was like, you were one of the first channels that wasn't a huge channel that's thrown in your face all the time. And I believe you were talking about, you know, just in general, the occult. And I was like, what is this? This seems like there's these subgroups going on, and I didn't really have any idea. So when I made my page, a couple of people immediately became friends off the bat. You know, like I met Chase Connors, the movie director. Everybody seems to really love Chase, you know, all the ladies, just playing. Some of the guys. But he's a movie director, and we've been working on some really good projects. And it's led to this really cool, you know, like friendship where he even has the link for today. He might jump in. But what, so who was like did you have people co-host in the beginning? Did you have like?
No,
Co-host,
not in the beginning. In the beginning, I didn't do lives at all. I just did uploads. Did uploads, did a lot of physical editing myself. It was really hard. It's much easier now with Filmora software, but the AI integration has caused me to really have to buy some external hard drives. I've already filled up a 4 terabyte external, so yeah, that's a lot of issue.
Yeah, they absolutely. So how many times I have to delete stuff out of like my emails from sending the video to myself to like edit it in like be an editor or something. And I'm getting better at it. You know, in the beginning, I was just doing PowerPoints. Like, it was crappy. I had the camera hit, you know, and I didn't have this 4K camera yet and stuff. And I really didn't think anybody would watch it. But in a few months, it grew. How fast did you hit like 1,000? I know you have like $2,000 now.
Oh, I had a little over 500 when Hillman hit Danny Jones.
Oh wow!
And then
and then it just
that was spring 2024. Yeah,
you're way more knowledgeable and involved than I am with all of that. Like, there's so much of a story there, and I'm just kind of on the outside taking notes. And there's a lot of people from that community. I have some friends. I have friends who have friends that hate the way that I talk. They hate the way that I talk about the different topics, the Gali, the Inari, and the Jesus thing. I don't know. They don't like me enough to where they like harass my buddies for being my friend and stuff. And I'm like,
that's insane.
I don't know these people. Like, I think I'm making fun of him. Like, I don't know the buddies or the girls that might. You know, one time there was someone shared my YouTube channel on a Reddit page. Were you in that Reddit page?
I don't know, probably, but I've made my own fucking spoofs of your ass, because when you messaged me and said, baby, you were, what was it? Bagged and tagged? No, what was it? Pumped and dumped? I was like, fuck you.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. Because I had all kinds of shit coming at me. You don't understand. You don't understand. I called a tizzy. I called the tizzy because I was seeing a lot of misogynistic shit and I didn't
Oh yeah.
like it, and nobody wanted to do anything about it. I was trying to talk to people
Hmm.
who were above me in this hierarchical situation. Um, I was trying to work it out, and nothing was happening. It was getting worse. It was getting worse because they basically said expect anybody and everybody in here, and I'm like, okay, well, how come it just seems to be these dogs that have an axe to grind? For a woman, it doesn't matter who she is. She's a projection of the last one that hurt him. And there
Right.
wasn't a whole lot of reining in of the wild ones. You know what I'm saying? There was no rules set. There was literally nothing in stone saying this was allowed, this was not allowed. It was like anything goes, when it comes to hoes, because pimping ain't easy. So I was like, yeah, pumping up. Yeah. This fucker said that. I was like, all right, let me show you how I edit and get back. I'll get back to you.
Those were
It
pretty
was
fun.
fun, though.
I had flaws to some of those PowerPoints, or I had working narratives, working perspectives on some. So I actually ended up taking a lot of that stuff down because they were good, but they needed to be better. And it was like, I could leave them up, but I done offended everybody once in these things. So I was like, let me just remove them. And then I ended up getting Ali Rowan on, the other sister of frustration. And she was absolutely
Ellie.
she was so great. I have a British stepmom, so she kind of reminded me a little bit of, obviously just given the accent. And she kind of understood
We're
the
both
humor.
Capricorn, too.
Oh, are you? Okay, cool. Must be
We
why I
are.
get along with them. And I don't know a lot about that stuff either, but you do. I've seen you talking about that a lot.
Mhm. I know a lot about a lot. I'm not dumb and I'm not horny, as it has been put out there about me.
Yeah,
I'm a research nerd.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's definitely been there's so many people involved in these subgroups that like I can't even keep up with it really at this point now, just trying to make
It's
content.
a hydra.
Yeah.
It's just a hydra. It's so time consuming. It eats away at your peace. It eats away at your family's life. Like, I went through a lot of hardships. A lot of hardships. I don't think I will ever fully get over everything that has happened to me in the past, year and a half, 2 years. But I learned a lot. It made me really, really resilient. I'm still standing.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's people out there that they definitely have done campaigns against each and every one. So I called a girl sugar tits in one of the Reddit groups after she gave me shit for no reason at all. Like it was the same Reddit page that shared my first video, and then kaboom, it exploded, right? So then I share it, the next video I make on that Reddit page, and some girl out of nowhere that wanted attention, she shows up and she's like, the way that you talk about certain things in your videos, da 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 da. And I said, I said something like, I don't feel guilty about anything I say on a satirical show, sugar tits, or something like that. And here it was like setting off a nuke in that world, because I guess the ideology is very feminist driven. So if you say anything, even if it's a joke or if it's a cliche, like misogynistic reference, it's still taken seriously and not as a joke. And it was like, y'all are ruining this, And so I've been
Right. And I think
that.
that's one of the reasons why Mandy says the word cunt as often as possible.
Or dullard.
However, like when I got involved with this situation, I had no idea that there was a war of the sexes. I had no idea. I had no idea about these online cults and how bad they were and what all was going on with them. I was a single mother raising a child until she was 10. And that's when I got married to EDM. Yeah, it's just going to ruffle the feathers, dude. It's going to
Mhm.
ruffle the feathers. And the reason is
Oh, yeah, they do it on
because
purpose.
we deal with it all the time. From the time we're born, we are seen as objects of pleasure.
Mhm.
And I've had to learn that I had to go through a lot of shit, and a lot of people have to go through a lot of shit, because this is a great awakening, and there's a lot of shit that needs to change. And that's not going to be pretty. Change is not pretty. Growth is not pretty. I
No,
went
people
through
a little
ugly
bit.
periods of growth. Growth is so hard, okay? And this is why men fight it more than women. We're used to it because we go through monthly cycles. We're used to change, ups and downs,
Yeah.
ins and outs. So, we are more adaptable, and we have to be for these reasons. We have to birth them. We have to make sure they live. We have to feed them. We have to be adaptable. So women have had to be adaptable, and I've just this past year been on this journey of learning about the younger women's generations, because I'll be 50 at the end of December. So learning about these younger generations of women who are just like, we're not doing it, we're not fucking doing it.
Didn't
We've
figure it
had
out.
it. They've raised their value. Okay. Women's value. They're realizing their value. And men, it's like they're going nuts. So
Yeah, well, I
yeah.
think they are, because they feel like if the women start acting like dudes, then they just become man eaters. The stereotype is that if the women become self-reliant or alpha types, these like, oh, then I guess one of the things I've seen in the Twitter sphere, if that makes sense, is that guys are saying feminism was great, but now we've seen some of the women that have really gone really headstrong with it, single at 50
Yeah, it's
with no
overboard.
kids. And I guess that was just sort of a slight correction, because there is a divinity or an essence to embracing the feminine role that could be very, very alpha without, being some real estate agent that only cares about money, and the guys you're looking for are only guys who care about money, and that's what y'all are in love with, and it's just detached from the real essence of male and female relationships or something. And so I think now, in the beginning, it was cool. I think in the beginning, it was given that, the women that, want to be self-reliant and want to make a future for themselves, maybe in tandem with different partners, whether male or female. I think that was a good thing. And then I think some people always take every ideology too far. I worked for Trump for a while. They take it too far. Oh my
Oh, I
God.
can imagine.
Just go off
I
the
can
rails
imagine.
with it. It's like dealing with 20,000 of them, 20,000 Trump fans, all high on Mountain Dew and shit. Oh my God. It was so hard. But I'm from South Carolina, so I'm kind of used to that. I can handle the crowd.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like,
Anything to do with Mountain Dew.
well, Mountain
rank
Dew
on it.
is
It's the
from
drink of the
Knoxville.
it's the drink of the
Yeah.
century here.
It's
Knoxville
the
is the inventor of Mountain Dew
I think
and
so.
UT, home of UT football.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah. And so like I've gotten some flack for it. The sugar tits thing though, it was kind of like I didn't know what the girl really looked like or anything like that. And
mhm.
I just thought to myself, like, there's no way she's gonna really get offended at that, right? And she like totally did. And I was like, no, for like clearly it's a joke.
Mhm.
Like, it's
Mhm.
I just talked about
Mhm.
Dave Chappelle or something. So when a
Yeah.
comedian is criticized for a perspective and then he doubles down on it and the joke is actually funny, that was what I was going for, but it didn't work so much. So I had a big banishing. They came for me with the pitchforks and the torches like Frankenstein. They came for me.
Yeah.
And they were like,
Yeah.
get him out of here. He's not a true whatever, or what. I don't even know how it was, but he was like, I'll just use the word misogyny because we mentioned it earlier. It's like, he's a misogynist and all this. It's like, nah, man. I was like, I have a wife and I don't treat her like that or anything. It's just, you didn't get the joke. It's not a big deal. But there, I see a lot of toxicity.
Right.
Some of the subgroups, and I thought that's what we were trying to undo with the whole like exploring the past and different ways of thinking.
Yes, I did too.
like people started butting heads over it. They
Yeah.
wanted to be the king of this, you know, or the
Yes.
queen of this. And if
Yes.
you're not riding on my cruise, well, you know, nobody can
Right.
associate you, you
Right.
know.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. The
it's
only reason I went and started a whole new server was because everyone refused to address anything. Everyone. I went
right.
to many of them. Can we please address these situations? You
Mhm.
know, I was seen as, you know, oh, she's a troublemaker. She's too sensitive, you know? And I'm like,
Right.
I'm trying to build cohesion, community. I
They gave
loved these people. Gandhi, I want to tell you right now, I don't give a
us
shit
the
what
same.
Gandhi said about me. I love Gandhi. I will always love
Okay.
Gandhi, and I won't let anybody else speak ill of Gandhi. But I will always hold to my truth and what I experienced and everything I went through. But I will say that Gandhi has started to come back around, and it so warmed my heart, made me so happy to see him,
I've
because
seen it.
he was the one I got the closest to.
I got you. Yeah, no, I was in a Discord group. I still am kind of, but Marcel had a Discord called Lady Babylon Congregation. And so we started that Discord, and that was the first time really getting into Discord. And that's when I realized that everybody had Discord groups. And
I
I was
know,
like,
it's crazy.
and I don't really
How
join a lot of.
toxic is that? How toxic is it when you can go click, 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 and just spread? It's so
It's
toxic.
the same
It's
people.
called Discord for a reason.
Right. It was the same groups though. So I was like, I'm not going to join 100 of these groups if everyone's in the one I'm in. Like, I'm just going to shoot you a message from here or whatever. And I only talked to Marcel, and I sent him the link for StreamYard and stuff in it. And I might call him at work or something when I'm bored and kind of use it for that. And that, I think I found it very useful, you know, just for having Discord combos, you know, and if someone
Yeah.
doesn't have the FaceTime capability, like if I have a droid, so like only if you got a droid will it work. But I find it hard to keep up with everything that's going on. I think there hasn't been much going on lately, and when that happens, I think people start to sort of fight a little bit. You know, like
Yeah.
I think a lot of people.
Because you have too many chiefs and not enough Indians.
Yeah, a lot of
And
people.
you have.
Go ahead. Sorry. We are frozen. Maybe it's not to y'all though. Is she frozen, y'all? We were just getting into the good stuff.
That's the thing. I have a problem with. Oh, here we are. Are we back?
Yep.
We're back. Are we back?
Looks like.
I think we're back.
Yep.
Okay. I have an issue with the leader claiming to not be a leader and dealing with information brought forward. You know, if you're going to be a leader, if you are going to help people to the light, then you need to be responsible for those people. You are beholden to those people. I'm sorry you don't just get to drop knowledge bombs and then run away. That's to me is not a good leader. You know what I mean? You don't get to just rearrange other people's lives and then run away. That's stupid. That's not spiritually sound to me. That is not being morally or ethically in line with the highest power and good that anyone can wield if they wish.
There's been a lot of drama thrown at me. I had a guy named Rawpath that I've been saying is just Mandy Moorhall because I don't know if it's really, you know, anybody else or not. And I got an email, and then I clicked on it from this random email one day, and it said, "Uh-oh, what are you going to do about this?" And I clicked on it, and it went to a video, and I paused it immediately to not give the dude a freaking a view. I was like, hell no. But I commented like LOL, and I was like, okay, someone made a video with my stuff in it. And I was like, okay, cool. And then I see another email about another video, and then like another video. So I take 8 weeks off of doing videos because I was buried in school. And then I was like, okay, I want to go watch these Raw Path videos on Alive, and they were all taken down. But I was thinking Raw Path, there's this channel called Raw Path. I didn't believe that it was who it was because the dude told Marcel that he did cybersecurity for Canadian Special Forces. And I was like, my college major, and you're mentioning Special Forces or something, Canadian. I was like, no, I don't think so. I said, I think it's like my boy Mandy or something, like playing pranks on me or something. I said that, or it's just not, maybe it's someone completely random that we don't know. But this person's been causing all this drama and they don't want to show their face on camera. And I'm like, yeah, it's got to be somebody. I really doubt it's what the freaking guy does. But he had the time to record every live stream I did live. And I was like, bro, you are in love with me, dude. It's like, I am like, you're like my #1 fan. I was like, you literally you stop everything you're doing to hit record.
Yeah.
So, make it I was like, this is pretty interesting. So I went to watch them. And I've been giving him shit, but I was also trying to be nice to him too. I kind of do that. And I was like, where the hell did the videos go? And they were gone. So I didn't know if maybe like people were trying, I didn't know what the deal was with that. Cause I was like, if no one knows who you are, you know, or if nobody realizes that you're this other friend of ours just being funny, then that led to me even claiming like, I thought that the Modern Medwa page was like an AI image of a chick. So I was like, it'd be funny if that was like Scobie Wan. And like, so every time that they're on the fake accounts commenting to not lead on to them or whatever, because anybody could do that. And I guess Modern Medwa was actually a real person. And so I don't know if I made her mad saying that she was really secretly Scobie Wan. But there's been all this drama, you know, and stuff going on.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, there's a lot of backstory to Mon. There's so much backstory to Mon. And I don't know how much you want to go into it, but me and Raw Path. Well, you know, Raw Path changed his screen channel name, the screen name, as the official Mandy Moorhall.
Yeah.
And I'm like, here's the thing: is Discordianism. Robert Anton Wilson, the trickster, never letting someone know where you stand.
Right.
Always doing the sleight of hand. Okay. However, I think if anybody, you know, I've learned I'm not taking anyone seriously until I see their face and I can at least hear their voice, because I said, okay, well, because I accused Rob Path of being Scobie. And
Mandy,
I'm not Scobie. And then, okay, well, I said, Raw Path, let's just settle this. And I tried to call, and Raw Path wouldn't answer. And I'm like, okay, here is a huge mystery. Who is this Raw Path person? Chaos Apples, yes, Tiger.
People thought it was me. One of my friends thought I was Raw Path. I was like,
and I'm like, and Mandy hates me, and I'm like, and everybody else hates me, and I'm like, I'm really sorry you hate me, but I'll never hate you.
Oh no, a lot of people don't like me too. I guess it's just the way that I talk and the things that I say, like the way that I talk about the galley and the Inari. Like I was advocating for the whole concept of, you know, like I've helped women turn into men that were transitioning and stuff. You know, I had family members that were and whatnot, you know, so I have a good heart towards them. You know, I've made jokes, I'm sure, here and there. I mean, whatever. I mean, I would probably sound like a liar if I said I never did, but I was talking about how old this has been around. And I guess some people got so offended that 221 BC comes in. Oh, I've never seen that. Where's it from?
It's good stuff. It's good stuff. Sorry. Go ahead.
Trader Joe's.
I'm glad you don't hate me, Mandy. That makes me feel warm.
Well,
inside.
I think a lot of people will sort of lean into the YouTube drama on occasion to give us something to freaking talk about a little bit. Because if people are fighting, people are watching. And unfortunately, you kind of have to do a little bit of that. You have to have something slightly controversial in the episode to get anyone to watch it. Because Otherwise, it's just the same thing, like over and over again or whatever.
No. I'm like, why is everybody dogging on Doc? Why are people dogging on you? Any content made on Hillman helps Hillman, period.
Yeah. I mean, I will advocate for the content a lot. The only thing I didn't like about him because at first you don't know that his daughter's off camera. Like you don't know it when you watch your first video and you're like, he's doing the thing. He's he's in the character. He's whipping the ground, and you're like, you don't really realize, even though he has Chewie there, you don't quite realize that she was a minor and the conversations were extremely illicit and pornographic. I probably wouldn't feel comfortable having that conversation in front of my daughter. And the AI images, I was like, wait, the prompt, and Steve Nelson talked about this from Cross Bible. He was like, imagine the prompt I would have to type in to make that AI image look like that. And I was like, yeah, something seems borderline illegal here, or at least CPS wouldn't be the biggest fan of it. Well, that's all it takes for me to stop watching someone's show. But I have friends of friends of friends who keep going to the show and finding every way to make that okay. And I'm like, wait, guys. Do you realize what you keep entertaining? You keep egging on a guy who's doing something that you literally would never do because of how bad it would make you look. And so we're in this conundrum of Stockholm syndrome, the Lady Babylon Stockholm syndrome. People have it and they can't let it go because they have friends in the chat, and that's the only friends they have. So they have to keep showing up to this Chris Hansen gold mine for just the friendship they have. And I was like, guys,
right.
What the deal?
Well, here's the thing. I realized a long time ago when I learned about Sabbatai Zebi and Frankism that spun from that, and how, one idea can just literally spawn in unknowable directions, as many different directions, if not more than there are people in the world. So I realized that when he come out with this message, it was going to do multiple things. Okay. And it took even longer for me to realize that the necessary evils of the world are not fucking pretty. They're not pretty. And no matter how hard it is and disruptive it is, there is always a light at the end of this tunnel. Okay. And one way or another, people will be freer because of what Hillman brought. And people have been freer. But there are other people who have become more prisoned, right? Because if you hear this, what is it going to do? It's going to either make you abandon your belief or cling harder to it, right? And that is two things that have happened. Those that have abandoned it have sought just information and just wanted to learn information. Those were the people that I enjoyed talking to. The ones I did not enjoy talking to was the ones that come rutting around wanting to exploit women.
It's an army of dragons.
Those were around as well.
Yeah, and I think that was the biggest thing I was catching on to. I was like, there's a group of men who claim to worship the mother energy who treat women like absolute shit. And I was like, wait a minute. That's not supposed to be. And I could be wrong. I don't know everything going on. I don't even have the time. But anybody that thinks they're in that category, shoot me an email and I'll bring you on to an episode and you can tell your whole story and all that things, because maybe someone has you misunderstood. Luckily, I do have, and you do too, have a YouTube channel. So if you ever put out, if I ever put out a message that's too strong, like I said the other day, that the dude was smoking amphetamines and cheating the government for a free apartment and stuff, and people got so pissed, and I was like, what? Are you gonna ignore that just to worship the guy too? No, what the fuck? Where did the good role models go and stuff? Even if you're like a real dude, not a guy who acts like a 7th grade girl in arguments and stuff and debates and pretty much just insults the shit out of his to pay
I
tea.
lost so much respect for him when I would email him about things that were concerning. And he just told me, he just didn't care. He just wanted to teach the Greek. And I'm like, okay, who's the next one on the list? That would have been Snappy. Okay.
Right.
So, and I love Snappy.
I don't
I
know.
was very hurt and wounded by Snappy, but I will always love Snappy. And I will
Mm.
always, protect Snappy against those that want to say things that I know for a fact are untrue.
I would interview him.
And
I don't know if he likes me.
yeah,
So
I mean,
I don't like none of
if
this.
it wasn't for Snappy, that there's a lot of tough love that comes with Snappy. But there's a
Right.
lot of also take it or out, with Snappy that is not really good for a good leader to do. Tough love is required often, especially for people that are just can't see the forest for the trees, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But especially when it comes against like religious slander or attacks, I will protect you. I would protect Snappy. I would protect Mandy. And I know they're like, nah. Well, people change, people grow, people learn.
Yeah. I always tell people,
And if you don't leave them the room for that, then you're no better than they are. Honestly, you have to let people grow and change and experience things.
This channel's changed a lot. I put that video up, like saying like your Lord and Savior is a fucking meth head or whatever, and everyone got offended and started giving my friends shit. And I was like, seriously, guys, like we all know what that looks like, and we can see it, in the presentations when he actually has light on his face when he's giving it from his Prius, when he's doing the sermon from the Prius. I was like, guys, you're not dumb, it's like seriously, think about your friend groups and stuff. It's never too late to change your mind at any point. And I've said this before, at any point, you are allowed to change your mind about anything at any given time. If you are wrong about something and you learn a truth, you are then allowed to change your mind. And people kind of they resist that. I see it with Christianity a lot. You tell them something that kind of fucks their head and they're like, I can't be friends with you. And it's like, why, bro? You are allowed to feel different about anything at any time, no matter what, without anyone's permission. Hopefully it's for the more truth side of things and not the propaganda or satirical, like dinner for schmucks sort of concept that people do with other people. Like me, I'm the useful idiot, right? So like friends of mine who have friend groups and other discords, I'm looked at as a useful idiot for a platform for them to do their things, right? But then when they're with these other friends groups, and I don't even have any proof of this, and no one ever told me this. I just know from being 38 years old and being in the army and deployed and knowing all these different kinds of people that friends that go and talk shit behind closed doors, they totally do. They totally do. Abso-freaking-lutely. And I would rather them talk shit instead of just pretending to kiss my ass anyway. A real friend, like when you have real friends growing up, they give you shit when you're fucking up. So you'll stop doing stuff because they care a little bit. So even if they don't like me, them giving me shit even on my show or giving me shit anywhere else, that's the correction. That's like the balance. And not everybody likes everybody. But I'm trying to show people that usually if someone's really got a problem with someone or, hell, bring them on the show or give them a voice for a second or something, or let them put themselves out there and see what it's like for everyone in the comments to destroy them for no reason,
Right. And you don't know if you're just in the comments. You'll never know.
Right. Yeah.
You'll never know. Right. And because of Hillman, yes, I was able to get up to where I could do live streams. But as soon as I left, that growth stopped. The rest of the growth was on me. And I'm very thankful for that. I've never said that, that was on me. I would never do that. I will never take away from someone that is honestly theirs. Like if you did that, that is yours. I am not into hijacking, anybody's intellectual property or, their achievement. Why are you guys up so early? Oh, we're early birds.
I've been up for a little bit. I get up at like 4 in the morning, a lot of mornings, but I got up at like 6
About
today.
6.
Didn't have to work, so
It's 5.
But
5 or 6.
not bad. I get up no matter what, because that's when I can do things I need to do usually before going to the gym or whatever, before the kids get home and whatnot. But hell, we're at about 1 hour and 25 minutes. This was really great. I don't want to drag it on too long because then people won't watch the whole thing. But I would love to have y'all both on for episode 2 that we can schedule in the next week or so, in a few weeks or something. Are you cool with that?
I'm cool with that. I'd love to go over all these books I've got. There's 8 books here that I would love to talk about. Well, Phoenix Tears is kind of, everybody usually knows that one.
Let's do
but
one.
Chris Bennett's books,
let's do one right now before
my
we go.
Bible. Okay. I think the worst thing Rawpath ever did was put a cross around my neck. I was like, oh, okay. Here's my Bible. Liber 420, Cannabis, Magical Herbs, and the Occult by Chris Bennett. He's got 5 books out now. I've got 4 of them. Yeah. Hillman's in this one. His 5th book is $100. Yeah, his 5th book is $100. I have to. Yeah, let's see what it says. Yeah.
Is he mentioned or is he an author in it?
No, he's mentioned. He's not co-authored or anything. Yeah.
He's mentioned in my Witch Doctor Christianity book because I talk about how I stumbled across the Danny Jones video and then the page. And then I talk about the burning purple. The quest for the burning purple was to get a final answer on where this term would have been coined from. And we pretty much got the answers, but it's in the book.
He is Hillman is mentioned on page 40, 55, 153, 316, 422, and 736. So, you love him or you hate him, for good or bad. We cannot throw babies out with bathwaters ever. Ever. We wouldn't know each other. None of us would know each other if it wasn't for Hillman. If it wasn't for, it took a lot of bravery. As fucked up as it all is, it took a lot of bravery to be able to do that.
Hillman, Ruck, and Bennett together? Which textbook is that? I have a couple of Ruck's books here. This is James' author. Hey, baby.
Oh, Witch Doctor, yeah. And this one here. Now, this one was the one I paid $80 for. Green Gold and the Tree of Life, Marijuana and Magic and Religion. He's got 2 co-authors in this one. Oh my God! Hello, baby. Hello, Mrs. and baby.
And this is little Stevie. Hi, bud.
Oh my goodness.
Adorable.
Just so everyone can see.
He's gorgeous.
He's blonde. I didn't think I'd have a little Achilles. He's here.
I did have hair. Before I had hair, it was auburn red. And then my mother died and I shaved it. So yeah.
Oh yeah. You did that one cleansing. You will. I've done it a few times. I've shaved all my hair off, but as a
I just thought I liked it. I thought I was like, it feels so good.
I think it looks cool. I'm into obviously muscle moms, and a lot of them will do that sometimes, and I've always thought it looked pretty cool.
It's like,
but I guess at least I have probably different than a lot of dudes. So
yeah, all my fuzz stand up. Yeah, we'll do it again. There's a lot to talk about. If you want to talk about it,
we'll read through a little bit of that Liber 420. But what I do a lot of times is before we go, I'll usually kind of give you the floor and be like, is there anything you want to tell the audience before we come back on the next episode? What do you want to leave them with? Some people have something ready to go and other people just they kind of just feel it as they go.
What do I feel? What do I feel?
What is this world?
Um,
We're all in this pseudo theology world. What do we need to do?
never stop asking questions, no matter how much it pisses other people off.
Sometimes you got to.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Honestly, because even if you are backed into a corner, you know, it is our human right to wonder, to seek novelty, and no other person may lord over you and your thoughts. That is yours and yours alone. That's
I
what
would
I'm gonna
agree.
leave with.
Heck yeah. Well, it's been a
Mhm.
great, little brief introduction and interview with you, and I really can't wait to have you back. The next episode will probably have a better time spot, like a Friday night type thing or a Saturday night type thing, and we'll go all out. I'll have my co-host here, now that you've kind of broken the show in a little bit, and I got a lot of guys that really like you, so I think that'll be fun. And yeah, but I'm gonna go ahead and cut us now, and we will see all of y'all
All right.
next.
I know it.
You sound so